Guess who's back again? Obo Joseph, human rights, business, technology, and law. You know, whenever you think of these four things together at once, one name should resonate on your mind always, Obo Joseph. So very quickly, I'll just delve into what I have to just share today. And it baffles me sometimes, you know, when you think around human rights instruments, you know, international treaties on human rights, localized treaties, you know, basically when countries draw from, you know, what goes on in the United Nations and they domesticate certain laws, those laws now become applicable, you know, to us, for example, in Nigeria. When you think around all of these laws, you know, sometimes you might be wondering, who are the guys that really sit down to think about these things? Like, what are they thinking? Some people might even begin to say, they didn't ask my opinion, right? Nobody asked your opinion about what human rights should really be about, what the UNGPs, for example, should be about. And maybe that's beginning to unsettle you. You know, you shouldn't necessarily bother so much about that. Before some of these instruments come together, the experts in the field, business owners, for example, the UNGP, the stakeholders in the entire business value chain, civil society, governments at the international and local levels, they came together to look at what best process or procedures to take to ensure that we have a guiding principles that you can see some level of universality, that is universal in application. You can feel that universal nature on the basis of the application of the UNGPs. So that shouldn't necessarily bother you so much. But the goal, basically, what I wanted to just add to that is that a cross-section of views have come into the creation of the UNGPs, and companies are encouraged to mainstream human rights into their activities. It's just what is noble to do, because if you look at especially maybe European companies, American companies, some companies maybe towards Asia, for example, you hear things around ESG. I'm not going to tell you what ESGs actually mean in this video. You might want to do that research on your own. But the beauty is, what I have found that, you know, has worked out a whole lot within Nigeria, especially due to my experience on serving on several company boards, is the fact that when you look at corporate governance principles, for example, you can almost begin to feel the similarity between corporate governance principles and what the UNGP hopes to achieve. But companies must do more, they must do better. So I would end this by asking a question. Can you name 1, 2, or 3 companies, maybe in the comment section, for example, that you feel are upholding the values or the principles that have been enunciated in the UNGPs? I would like to know what you think. See you on the next video, guys.